Podcasting to the universe.
From the top of Mount Wack.
Live with no pants.
Here's Zach DeWack.
Greetings, red-blooded, verified Earth people, and those with no checkmark. It's me, the always dapper podcast babbler, your daddy-o cockplug from the radio, and the monkey on the mic, here running that semi-professionally trained tongue of mine. I am Zachary Ernesto Wackalina III. Good morning, beautiful people. Welcome to those of you from West Carthage, New York, to Benton, Louisiana, to Wainhard, California, to Kego Harbor, Michigan, and all around the world. This is the often secluded, never diluted, always wacky, never tacky, hot rockin' flame-throwing DeWack in the morning show, live from the low-rent, sleazy, and measly Ramen Jammin' Nut Hut Studios at the DeWack Shack Podcasting Megaplex at Peachtree Industrial on the outskirts of Atlanta, Georgia, here in FEMA Region Number 4. We are live at a Studio B today. Last time I checked, today is Friday, September 26, 2025. This is show number 149.
It's 6 a.m. and daylight breaks somewhere in the air. So grab your clothes and blow your nose, put on clean underwear. With Zach DeWack from his whack shack with all kinds of dumb. Here to start your day, his whack wake. Grab your breakfast sticky buns. Wired up and fired up, grab your coffee to go. Get in your car and turn this podcast on, put down your phone. So get out of bed and move your butt and kick it in high gear. We're moving on to the volume up so everyone can hear. Every morning you should go to ZachDeWack.com. Stand up proud and say it loud, I whack in my car.
Taking a look at that birthday list, soccer player David Myler is 36, Lily Singh, a YouTuber, is 37, an actress from Westworld, Tallulah Riley, is 40, turning 42 is Zoe Perry, she's from Young Sheldon. 23-time Grand Slam champion Serena Williams is 44, also turning 44, singer and actress Christina Milian. Turning 54 from Parks and Recreation and SNL, Amy Poehler. Luke Goss from Hellboy is 57. Actor Jim Caviezel is 57 as well. Melissa Sue Anderson from Little House on the Prairie is 63. Turning 68 from Terminator, Linda Hamilton. From the world according to Garp, it's Mary Beth Hurt's birthday. She's 79. And musician Brian Ferry is 80 years young today.
Happy birthday!
And also born on this day in 1774, gardener and pioneer nurseryman who introduced trees grown with apple seeds, Johnny Appleseed. Edith Abbott, born in 1876, a pioneer in the profession of social work. Poet T.S. Eliot, born in 1888. Race car driver and founder of NASCAR, Bill France Sr., born in 1909 on this day, and self-described teen junk food junkie who turned to fitness as an expert nutrition guru and motivational speaker as an adult, Jack LaLanne, born this day in 1914. And also Olivia Newton-John, born this day in 1948. And passing away on this day in 1820, the pioneering frontiersman Daniel Boone dies quickly in his sleep at his son's home near present-day Defiant, Missouri. Entrepreneur Levi Strauss, thanks for the blue jeans, passed away on this day in 1902. Poet William Henry Davies passed in 1940. And Lieutenant Colonel Peter Dewey, a U.S. Army officer with the Office of Strategic Services in Vietnam, is shot and killed in Saigon. Dewey was the head of a 7-man team sent to Vietnam to search for missing American pilots and to gather information on the situation in the country after the surrender of the Japanese. Singer Robert Palmer died on this day in 2003. Actor Paul Newman passed in 2008. And baseball player Brooks Robinson passed on this day in 2023.
It happened on this day as if you cared.
In 1580, English seaman Francis Drake returns to Plymouth, England in the Golden Hind, becoming the first British navigator to sail the earth. In 1810, it's the Mexican War of Independence going on. In 1957, West Side Story, composed by Leonard Bernstein, opens at the Winter Garden Theater on Broadway. For the groundbreaking musical, Bernstein provided a propulsive and rhapsodic score that many celebrate as his greatest achievement as a composer. However, even without the triumph of West Side Story, Bernstein's place in musical history was firmly established. In addition to his work as a composer, the Renaissance man of music excelled as a conductor, a concert pianist, and a teacher who brought classical music to the masses. In 1980, Lake Placid Olympic Village reopens as a federal correctional facility, fulfilling a congressional requirement that the site be repurposed following the Games. Built with athlete security in mind after the 1972 Olympic terrorist attacks, the complex's design made it uniquely suited for conversion into a prison. In 1971, Baltimore Orioles pitcher Jim Palmer wins the 20th game of the year, becoming the fourth Orioles pitcher to win 20 games in the 1971 season. This made the 1971 Orioles pitching staff the first since that of the 1920 Chicago White Sox to field 4 20-game winners. In 1990, the Motion Picture Association of America announced it had created a new rating, NC-17, designed to bar moviegoers under age 17 from certain films without the commercial stigma of the old X rating. In 2006, in Tyler, Texas, a 73-year-old used car salesman allegedly ended an argument with a customer by pulling out a machete and whacking the man's arm off. Robert Parker was arrested on charges of aggravated assault after the incident. According to police, Gerald Davis purchased the car from the Time Auto Sales and returned to the dealership to pick up his license plates. Police said Davis and Parker began arguing, and eventually Parker produced the machete. Police say they didn't know what the argument was about. In 2012, an NFL referee lockout ended. In 2016, in the first presidential debate, Hillary Clinton faced Donald Trump at Hofstra University in New York. It set the record as the most watched debate in American history with 84 million viewers. And in 2017, the video game Fortnite Battle Royale was released. Here's this day in entertainment history. In 1962, the Beverly Hillbillies premiered.
Come and listen to a story about a man named Jed. A poor mountaineer barely kept his family fed. And then one day he was shooting at some food, and up through the ground come a bubbling crude.
In 1982, Knight Rider premiered.
And the Masters of the Universe.
In 1983, He-Man and the Masters of the Universe premiered. Premiering in 2010 is Downton Abbey. Premiering in 1969 is The Brady Bunch.
Here's the story of a lovely lady who was bringing up 3 very lovely girls. All of them had hair of gold, like their mother, the youngest one in curls. It's the story of a man named Brady who was busy with 3 boys of his own. They were 4 men living all together, yet they were all alone. Till the one day when the lady met this fellow, and they knew that it was much more than a hunch, that this group must somehow form a family. That's the way they all became the Brady Bunch. The Brady Bunch. The Brady Bunch. That's the way they became the Brady Bunch.
Jeepers Creepers released in 2001. Oliver released in 1968.
Lisa, I want some more.
Gilligan's Island premiered in 1968.
Just sit right back and you'll hear a tale of a fateful trip that started from this tropic point aboard this tiny ship. mate was a mighty sailor man, skipper brave and sure. 5 passengers set sail that day for a 3-hour tour. A 3-hour tour.
And Wife Swap premiered in 2004. Here's special events for today. It is Brave Day. It's Human Resource Professional Day. It's Johnny Appleseed Day, Lumberjack Day, Mesothelioma Awareness Day, Better Breakfast Day, Compliance Officer Day, Dumpling Day, Key Lime Pie Day, The Last of Us Day, it's World Maritime Day, and it is, Pancake Day, Shamu the Whale Day, Alpaca Day, Hug a Vegetarian Day, Save the Koala Day, Love Note Day, and it is Chimichanga Day. Oh yeah, it's also Doodle Day. All right, here's this day in music. In 2016, Universal, Warner Brothers, Sony, and several other record labels filed a lawsuit against the operators of YouTube MP3.org, a service that allowed its users to remove audio from videos streamed on YouTube. The court action launched against a German company alleged that tens or even hundreds of millions of tracks are illegally copied and distributed by stream-ripping services each month. In 2014, Radiohead frontman Tom York released his second solo album, Tomorrow's Modern Boxes, for just $6 on the peer-to-peer file-sharing platform BitTorrent. York and producer Godrich criticized the streaming service Spotify, saying it did not fairly compensate new artists and expressed their wish to give control of internet commerce back to the people who are creating the work. The album was downloaded over 1 million times within 6 days and became the most downloaded legal torrent of 2014. By February 2015, it had been downloaded more than 4.5 million times. In 2009, Jay-Z started a 2-week run at #1 on the U.S. albums charts with the Blueprint 3, the rapper's 11th studio album. Lady Gaga's Poker Face single dropped in 2008. In 2007, a charitable foundation set up by Shakira donated $40 million to help victims of natural disasters. The money would go towards repairing damage caused by an earthquake in Peru and a hurricane in Nicaragua. A further $5 million would be spent on health and education in 4 Latin American countries. In 2004, Green Day scored their first UK #1 album with American Idiot, the band's 7th release. A concept album dubbed a punk rock opera by the band members, American Idiot follows the story of Jesus of Suburbia, a lower middle class American adolescent anti-hero. In 1995, AC/DC released Ballbreaker, their 12th international studio album. The album, which was produced by Rick Rubin, featured the return of former drummer Phil Rudd, who had been fired from the band in 1983 as a result of drinking and drug problems and a fight with founding rhythm guitarist Malcolm Young. In 1987, Whitney Houston started a 2-week run at #1 on the U.S. singles charts with Didn't We Almost Have It All. Also in 1987, Michael Jackson started a 6-week run at #1 on the U.S. album charts with Bad, released nearly 5 years after Jackson's previous studio album Thriller. Bad went on to become the world's best-selling album, having sold between 30 to 45 million copies worldwide. The album produced 5 U.S. #1s, the first album to do so. Prince's Purple Rain single released in 1984. In 1981, Bruce Dickinson joined UK rock band Iron Maiden. In 1979, U2 released their very first record, an EP titled U2-3, with an initial run of 1,000 individually numbered copies. In 1967, Pink Floyd played the first of 3 nights at the Fillmore in San Francisco, the group's first ever live dates in the U.S. In 1964, Roy Orbison started a 3-week run at #1 on the U.S. singles charts with Oh Pretty Woman. The title was inspired by Orbison's wife, Claudette, interrupting a conversation to announce she was going out. When Orbison asked if she was okay for cash, his co-writer Bill Dees interjected, "A pretty woman never needs any money." And in 1956, Elvis Presley returned to his hometown of Tupelo, Mississippi to play the Mississippi-Alabama Fair and Dairy Show. One of the many obsessed teenage girls in the audience is Wynette Pugh, who goes on to stardom as Tammy Wynette. Security issues soon made small-time appearances like this impossible for Elvis. In 1969, the Beatles released the Abbey Road album. Today's number for the day is 7,000. That's the number of languages in the world. I wonder if that includes Klingon. Here's some news. Americans send 146 million tons of garbage to landfills each year. The rest we put on eBay. A study suggests that humans have a sixth sense that detects magnetic fields, and a seventh sense that tells us when our boss has left the building. A survey shows around 36 million Americans are doing yoga, and the rest of us are doing frozen yogurt. A survey found that 75% of women would choose me time over sex. If you wear headphones during sex, you might be one of those women. Donald Trump and Elon Musk are allegedly friends again. Yeah, both of them got tired of hanging around regular old millionaires. According to a study, a kid who's a picky eater may be suffering from depression. Yeah, mystery meat and Brussels sprouts will definitely do that to you. A study found that alligators living on Florida golf courses have very different dietary patterns. Yeah, one day it's the plaid pattern from the 70-year-old. The next, it's the checkered pattern on the banker. A large study conducted in China found that chemicals found in broccoli, cabbage, and bok choy can help protect against lung cancer. Who knew the cure for cancer was hiding in the most hated section of every kid's dinner plate? No winner again for the Mega Millions $451 million jackpot on last week. That'll rise for tonight's drawing. A survey of drivers has revealed the best foods to eat while driving. They are candy bars, French fries, potato chips, and chicken nuggets. Like it or not, newborns are pretty ugly. Surveys suggest we don't find babies particularly cute until 3 or even 6 months of age, when the awkward old man features give way to chubby cheeks and big eyes. Then they remain at peak cuteness from 6 months to around age 4.5. At what age are kids the cutest? Well, researchers showed a ton of kid pictures to adults and found 6-month-olds had the highest ratings. There you go. Astronomers say they have confirmed over 6,000 exoplanets, marking a significant milestone in the study of planets beyond our solar system. The first exoplanet, 51 Pegasi b, was discovered in 1995, and since then the search for these distant worlds has intensified. Exoplanets, or extrasolar planets, are those that orbit stars outside our solar system. Some, known as rogue planets, drift through space without orbiting any star. And while experts have confirmed just over 6,000, there are nearly 8,000 exoplanet candidates awaiting confirmation, with billions more believed to exist. Authorities are searching for Jessica Collins, a 47-year-old American passenger who went missing from Carnival Horizon during its September 17th stop in Bonaire. Collins didn't return to the ship after disembarking with all her belongings and leaving a cash tip with a thank you note to her stateroom attendant. She later texted Carnival's care team saying she was safe and didn't want to be found or contacted again. In a statement, Carnival said the passenger appears to have taken deliberate action to be alone, though they're cooperating with the investigation. Local authorities are collaborating with Carnival security and U.S. authorities in the search. Social media culture has permanently shaped how we all live and exist in the world. For some, it has created a culture of comparison, envy, and dangerous behavior, even when taking selfies. According to some recently compiled data, there were 425 selfie deaths from March 2014 through June 2024. During that same period, there were 82 injuries related to taking selfies. The deaths and injuries spanned 49 countries.
We got to wrap this program to bring you something really, really, really stupid.
Well, it's that time. I've checked the interwebs, the outerwebs, the underwebs, and the overwebs. This, my friends, is stupid news. A Florida woman was arrested for allegedly attacking a man with silly string at a bar in Clearwater. According to an arrest affidavit, the incident occurred Thursday evening when 48-year-old Crystal Watts confronted Jesse Hammock and sprayed him with silly string until the can was empty. She then threw the empty can at a hammock, hitting him in the forehead and causing a laceration. The motive behind the attack was not shared by authorities. A Norwegian man was fined and placed on probation for driving a car 6 feet while drunk. The man and his wife had just left a pub and decided he was too drunk to drive. She climbed behind the wheel but had trouble steering the car out of a tight parking space, so her husband switched places, removed the car from the spot, and then climbed back into the passenger seat. His wife then drove home. A cop who witnessed the incident followed the couple home and gave hubby a sobriety test. He was found to be legally drunk. Residents of a German neighborhood were awakened by the high-pitched squeal of a saw cutting through steel late one night. Police arrived to find a man cutting his BMW into pieces. An investigation revealed that the car had been involved in a hit-and-run accident. The suspect had spent several weeks trying to cut the car apart, but there was still enough evidence to file charges. Police in Ireland issued a citation to a man who allegedly urinated on a police station before going inside to file a report. Witnesses spotted the man urinating on the building, and he was cited after he entered the station. Yeah, not a good place to do that. 2 would-be Albanian bank robbers were arrested as they tried to drill a passageway into a bank vault from a shop they had rented above it. How were they caught? Well, when you're trying to drill through concrete, you tend to attract attention. The noise from their drilling between the upper floor shop and the bank vault alerted authorities. An Italian who turned to snatching handbags to finance his drug addiction came unglued when he robbed his own mother by mistake. The man didn't realize until after he yanked the purse off her shoulders that his latest victim was his mother. When he was arrested and shown video of his heist, he called out, "Hey, that's my mother." After a full confession, the man was sent to jail. The staff at a UK hospital went into a panic when a patient went missing. The man was recovering from a car crash. Apparently, he had numerous broken bones. The alert was canceled when the man was found in his favorite pub 2 miles away. Friends had wheeled him there. In China, a man on an electric scooter became internet famous after colliding with a temporary traffic light, resulting in his head getting stuck within it. After the impact, emergency services were called and spent 40 minutes carefully cutting the metal casing to set him free. Fortunately, he sustained no serious injuries and was taken to a hospital where he fully recovered. Security at an airport in China heard this one morning. "Please do not open me. I'm just normal luggage." Inside the luggage, airport employees discovered a speaker playing the message on a loop. The owner of the luggage told authorities she did it to protect her cosmetics. A 52-year-old Hong Kong man who said being hit by a motorcycle hurt his sex life was awarded a year's supply of Viagra as part of his court settlement. The judge awarded the man $550 to purchase the medication. Remember, folks, I don't make up this news, I just report it. And that is stupid news. All right, here's some entertainment. Jimmy Kimmel returned to ABC on Tuesday. The decision to pause the show was made by the Walt Disney Company due to comments by Kimmel about Donald Trump and his supporters' reactions to the death of right-wing podcaster Charlie Kirk. The FCC chair, Brandon Carr, warned ABC of potential government action if no steps were taken against the host. Several prominent Republican senators, including Rand Paul and Ted Cruz, called Carr's comments and threats completely inappropriate and linked them to mafioso tactics. The decision to bring Kimmel back was approved by Bob Iger, Disney's CEO, and Dana Walden, co-chair of Disney Entertainment, according to a person familiar with the matter. Emma Watson, well known for her role in the Harry Potter series, has shared her insights on her extended break from acting since finishing the film Little Women in 2018. In an interview with Hollywood Authentic, she revealed that she misses acting but found the promotional aspect of films to be exhausting. Watson said that promoting movies felt like soul-destroying work that often overshadows the joy of acting itself. Watson said she cherishes the creative process on set, but doesn't miss the immense pressure and stress associated with public performance and the industry's hectic pace. Tom Holland sustained a mild concussion doing a routine stunt while filming Spider-Man Brand New Day, currently underway in Glasgow, Scotland. The injury has temporarily paused production, but it is not anticipated to delay filming beyond a week. Priscilla Presley's new memoir, Softly As I Leave You, Life After Elvis, is out this week, and it delves into significant moments in her life following the death of her daughter, Lisa Marie. This book continues where her 1985 memoir, Elvis and Me, concluded. At 80, Priscilla reflects on the love and loss, touching on various family struggles, including her son's issues with addiction and the tragic deaths of Lisa Marie and her grandson. One poignant moment in the memoir is Priscilla's difficult decision to remove Lisa Marie from life support. After she was found unresponsive, Priscilla sensed her daughter was already gone. When doctors explained that keeping her on life support would lead to no quality of life, Priscilla made the heartbreaking choice to disconnect the machine. She also shares her belief that Lisa Marie's marriage to Michael Jackson stemmed from their shared celebrity status. After Lisa Marie's divorce, she quickly married Michael. She recalls a dinner party where Jackson kept his distance from her. Priscilla says she asked Lisa Marie if they had any physical relationship, and her daughter confirmed they did. Well, Harry Styles participated in the Berlin Marathon on Sunday, finishing up with an impressive time of 2 hours, 59 minutes, and 13 seconds. The singer, who previously ran the Tokyo Marathon in March with a time of 3 hours, 24 minutes, and 7 seconds, registered under the name Stead Sarandos. The fastest time in the Berlin Marathon was recorded by Sebastian Saw for men at 2 hours, 2 minutes, and 16 seconds, and Rosemary Wangeroo for women at 2 hours, 21 minutes, and 5 seconds. The Taylor Swift docuseries, The Swift Effect, will launch its second season on October 2nd. The premiere episode, titled A New Era, will air on Peacock and NBC-owned free streaming channels, coinciding with the release of Swift's new album, The Life of a Showgirl. The Swift Effect, which debuted in November of 24, examines Swift's influence on the music industry and her economic impact. And the series showcases her business strategies and the strong connection she maintains with her fans. The second trailer for Julia Roberts' upcoming film, After the Hunt, was released on Monday. The psychological thriller features Roberts as a college professor whose past is jeopardized when she becomes embroiled in a sexual abuse accusation involving a student and a colleague. The film comes to theaters on October 10th. The first trailer for The Mandalorian and Grogu, directed by Jon Favreau, has been released. The upcoming Star Wars film features Pedro Pascal returning to his role for the Disney Plus series. In addition to Pascal, the cast features Sigourney Weaver and Jeremy Allen White. That film comes to theaters in IMAX on May 22nd.
Whether you're rich or parking cars, your fate is written in the stars. You don't want to look like a dope, so please listen close for your horoscope.
All right, here are your world-famous DOAC in the Morning horoscopes for Friday, September 26, 2025, a day when the planets align just to mess with your coffee order. If today is your birthday, you are a Libra. You'll spend the entire day trying to decide between sushi or tacos. By nightfall, you'll still be hungry and somehow surrounded by breadsticks.
Are you willing to take that chance?
Scorpio, passion is high, but so is your blood pressure after someone spoils the ending of that show you just started watching. Revenge will be swift, dramatic, and involve changing their Netflix password.
Everything in this doggone house is mine.
Sagittarius, adventure calls, but it's just your GPS yelling, recalculating after you miss the same exit 3 times. At least you'll discover a scenic detour through suburbia.
Could you please stop being so goddamn impatient?
Capricorn, you'll set ambitious goals, then immediately reward yourself with a nap for setting them. Luckily, the stars say you'll dream of doing the work too. Efficiency.
Ha! I am so outrageous.
Aquarius, innovation strikes. You'll invent a new snack involving pickles, peanut butter, and potato chips. The FDA will not approve, but your taste buds will file a patent anyway.
He looks like a Hollywood star.
Pisces, your intuition is strong today. Unfortunately, it keeps telling you that your goldfish is silently judging your life choices. Spoiler, it is.
I got your pizza too.
Aries, today you'll boldly go where no one asked you to, the manager's office, to explain why you accidentally CC'd the entire company on your fantasy football picks.
I have no idea.
Taurus, you crave stability, but your Wi-Fi has other plans. The stars say invest in a backup hotspot or embrace life as a modern-day hermit with 0 streaming privileges.
I have only 5 words for you. From my cold, dead hands.
Gemini, your twin personalities finally agree on something. Eating leftover pizza for breakfast. Unfortunately, they disagree on whether to heat it up or eat it cold. Expect chaos.
I have passed some line someplace. I am beginning to repel people I'm trying to seduce.
Cancer Moonchild, the moon whispers, self-care is key. Translation, binge watch 3 reality shows at once while claiming it's research. Your tissues and popcorn supply will run dry simultaneously.
It's twisted is what it is.
Leo, you radiate confidence, but today that confidence extends to karaoke. Unfortunately, the bar isn't ready for your 13-minute power ballad medley. Neither are your vocal cords.
It's come to this.
And finally, Virgo. You'll try to reorganize your spice rack alphabetically again, but paprika and cayenne will stage a coup, leading to a full-on seasoning uprising. Stay vigilant.
It's up and coming.
And those are your official DOAC in the Morning Audible Scopes. Remember,
Don't leave home without them.
you've been listening to the Always First, Never Last podcast with me, your nutty host, the incredible edible Mr. Zach Wackalina. You can connect with me at ZachDawack.com. That's ZACKDAWACK.com. You can find me on Facebook, Twitter, X, whatever it is, Instagram, MySpace, the comic strip, the Yellow Pages, Telepathy, Western Union, or call or text 984-DOAC1. That's 984-329-2251. Like the show, follow us or subscribe, and please share this show with your friends. Available to hear on my host Podbean, that's PODBEAN. You can find me also on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon, and all other podcasting apps.
Is that so?
Or at ZachDawack.com if that's easier for you. Thank you to all the awesome wackos, weirdos, reverts, preverts, dingbats, and jelloheads anonymous for any and all listens you can give. It means a lot. I'm out of here like Vladimir. Until next time, and there will be a next time. Don't forget me, I won't forget you. I am Zach DeWack, saying if I'm lying, I'm dying. Grits ain't groceries, eggs ain't poultry, and Mona Lisa was a man. I'll be back Monday for another manic edition of the DeWack in the Morning Show. I'll talk to you then. Same whack time, same whack channel. Whack out.
Bye, buckaroos.